The current tariffs being imposed by the United States are increasing costs, disrupting supply chains and creating uncertainty for industry, making it challenging to operate efficiently and stay globally competitive. Our government is committed to supporting Alberta businesses and industry and doing everything we can to ensure they remain competitive across global markets. And we will continue to take action to make Alberta one of the most business-friendly jurisdictions in North America by removing burdensome red tape, eliminating unnecessary regulations, and keeping taxes low. That's why today we're announcing that effective immediately, Alberta is freezing the industrial carbon tax under Alberta's Technology and Innovation Emissions Reduction System, or TIER, at $95 per tonne of emissions. This price was set to increase to $110 per tonne next year and continue increasing to $170 per tonne by 2030.
The carbon tax, of course, industry is feeling the pinch right now. We are in an agreement with the federal government to ensure that we can continue to manage this on behalf of Alberta industry, but the price going above $100 does make us wildly uncompetitive, which is not a common sense approach at a time like this where the threats from outside our borders are so great and the world is looking for Canadian energy right now for energy security, energy affordability, and of course to meet their environmental goals. So right now we are implementing this freeze indefinitely. It will likely, as Premier said in her speaking notes, spark a conversation with the federal government. We're hoping that just as we heard a message about economic growth and nation building throughout the campaign, that this Liberal government is going to take a different approach when it comes to energy production and emissions policy.
If we want to be able to compete and integrate with our largest consumer, then we've got to have a reasonable level of increase. So as you've seen, we're not proposing it goes to zero. We're just proposing that it stays where it is. Well, we have some kind of recalibration about how this is going to impact the business community. What we have heard from the business community is that it's too high. And I think if you look at Quebec's carbon price, Quebec's carbon trading price is lower than this. And so that is also one of the reasons why we're frustrated with the federal approach, is that it doesn't apply equally to all of the provinces. That was absolutely true on the retail tax, and it's certainly true on the industrial pricing as well. So this, I hope, will prompt a conversation for us to get in sync with the federal government. That's what we've been asking to do ever since I talked to Mark Carney's predecessor, and I mentioned this in our first conversation. And it may be, as you go forward, that there's a tolerance to increase it, but I can tell you I think that the business community has reached its limit.